University Challenge. Asking the questions, Siddhartha Basu.
Hello and welcome to University Challenge on BBC World. After many close encounters in the second round of this nationwide quiz contest, the competition now gets keener with the first of our quarterfinal matches. We have 8 teams who've reached this stage, and as we narrow down the field to 4 semi-finalists, it promises to make for very absorbing viewing indeed over the next few weeks. In the first of our quarterfinals, we have 2 groups of engineering students, both from Chennai, going head-to-head for a place in the semi-finals. From Madras, we have a quartet from IIT, who performed consistently so far, easily getting the better of the opposition in the first round, knocking out Indian Institute of Management Bangalore 175 to 60, and then going on to get the better of Law Faculty, Delhi University, by 170 to 140 in the second round. They won't quite get a chance to rest on their oars, though, as the competition has just got tougher. Let's meet the team from IIT Madras.
Hi, I am Chennai Hegde and I live in Bangalore. My perennial fear is the sky falling down upon our heads.
Hi, I'm Karthik Srivatsa from Chennai. All I have to say is, the force may be with us, hope I.
And their captain.
Hello, I'm Shamant Madhavrao. I'm from Chennai, which lies at the centroid of the triangle formed by Bangalore, Mysore and Kanakpura. I absolutely love footboard travel. I think it's a wonderful way of opening up the doors of perception.
Hello, I'm Siddhartha Banerjee. I'm from Delhi, and during my free time, I try to simulate the sound of one hand clapping and tabulate the similarities between a raven and a writing desk.
Cheerful gobbledygook or just too clever by half? Figure that out if you can. That's the team from IIT Madras. Geared up to take them on are a lot of feisty fighters from Sri Perumadur near Chennai. That's the Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering. Their victories have been against stronger competition, beating IIT Bombay 145 to 120 in the first round, and National Institute of Technology Calicut 170 to 160, coming up tops in nail-biting finishes both times. In their last round, they gained the winning edge by answering a question on Aranmula, a dying art, and identifying an electrical engineer of Indian origin among the 400 richest Americans. They seem to love a fight, and right now they have a big one on their hands. Let's meet the team from SVCE Chennai.
Hi, I'm Nandan Saha from Madras. After a close second round match, my heart thinks that it's normal to beat at 144 beats a minute.
I'm Krishnamurthy from Chennai. Quiz, me non-anxious. After last time's close encounter of the first kind, I think the worst is behind us.
And their captain.
Hi, I'm Prashant from Chennai. I love the guitar and I hope someday I'll be able to play it as well as some of my friends do.
Hi, I'm Arvind from Chennai. I'd like to dedicate my presence on this show to all the girls who refused to go out with me.
And that's the team from SVC Chennai. You all know the rules of the game. Starter questions are worth 10 points to be answered on the buzzer without consultation. A correct answer on a starter fetches a team 3 bonus questions worth 5 points apiece, which may be answered by consultation. Best of luck, teams. May the best team win. Let's play. Here's the first starter for 10 points. First published in 1873, which book was inspired by Thomas Cook's famous 222-day travel tour undertaken in 1872? It's Siddharth from IIT Madras.
Mutiny on board the HMS Bounty.
That's not correct. The question passes. Anybody on the other side? Krishnamurthy?
Around the world in 80 days?
That is correct, 10 points. You get a set of bonus questions, SVCE, on a public office. The first 3 people to hold which public office were G.V. Mavlankar, M.A. Iyengar, and Sardar Hukam Singh?
Speaker of the House, Lok Sabha.
That is correct, 5 points. Next. Which former Speaker of the Lok Sabha is currently a minister in the Union Cabinet?
Shivraj Patil.
Correct, another 5 points. Next. Who's been the only Lok Sabha Speaker so far to be elected President of India?
Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy.
Correct all 3 times. Well done, you're on 25. Here's the next starter for 10, open to both teams. Which Cuban boxing legend won the last? And it's Shamant from IIT Madras.
Felix Savon.
That is correct, well done. He took a chance there. There have been a number of Cuban boxing legends. This one is about the person who won the last of his 3 golds at consecutive Olympics in Sydney. And so, Shamant, you earn your team 3 bonus questions linked by a word. What was the first pandemic of plague that ravaged Europe between 1347 and 1351, killing approximately 25 million people, known as?
The Black Death.
Correct, 5 points. Next. Which secret society, also called Unity or Death, was instrumental in planning the assassination of the Austrian Archduke Francis Ferdinand in 1914, precipitating the outbreak of the First World War?
The Black Hand.
Correct, another 5 points. Next. What was the controversial incident of June 20th, 1756, where the last British defenders of Calcutta were locked overnight in a small room from which only a few emerged alive, known as?
Black hole of Calcutta.
Another 5 points, very easily picked up. 25 points to you to IIT Madras. Honours absolutely even so far, but only 2 cycles down. Here's the next starter for 10, open to both teams. According to the Kampa Ramayan, what name did Brahma give to King Nemi for his capability of driving his chariot to 10 points at the same time? Siddhartha from IIT Madras.
Dasharath.
Correct, 10 points. IIT Madras, you get a set of bonus questions on oil companies. What name of one of its products did Standard Oil of California, or SoCal, adopt in 1977 as its name on consolidating 6 businesses into one?
Exxon.
No, it's Chevron, which is the correct answer. Next, the history of which oil giant can be traced to the companies called Burma Oil and Anglo-Persian Oil?
Shell.
No, it's British Petroleum. Next, confused in India as a generic name for lubricating oil, the history of which petroleum company can be traced back to the vacuum oil company established in 1866?
Servo.
No, it's Mobil. So I'm afraid you drew a blank on your bonus questions there, but you have 35 on the board. Here's the next starter for 10. It's a visual round, so clues coming up on your screen. Fingers on the buzzer, both teams. Name this octogenarian practicing doctor. And it's Siddhartha from IIT Madras.
Dr. Lakshmi Sehgal.
Lakshmi Sehgal is correct. Well done. She's the one who stood for President of India against Dr. Abdul Kalam, and of course was famous from the Rani of Jhansi regiment in the Indian National Army. So, Siddhartha, you and IIT Madras, 3 bonus questions on UNESCO World Heritage Sites in India. Identify this temple built during the reign of King Rajaraja Chola in the 11th century.
The Brihadeshwara temple at Tanjore.
Correct, 5 points. Next, identify the symbol of Gothic revival architecture in India.
This is the Victoria Terminus. Victoria Terminus, now known as the Chhatrapati Shivaji Terminus.
Correct, 5 points. Next, where in the foothills of the Vindhya Mountains near Bhopal would you find this natural rock shelter containing paintings from the Mesolithic age?
Pachmarhi.
No, it's Bhimbetka in Madhya Pradesh. 4 cycles of questions done with. Let's take a quick glance at the scores. Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Chennai have 25 on the board, but in the lead with 55, it's IIT Madras. Here's the next starter for 10 for both teams. Who was first elected to the Lok Sabha from Khajuraho in 1989 and retained it in the next 3 elections in 91, 96 and 98 before switching over to Bhopal in 99? It's Shaman from IIT Madras.
Uma Bharti.
That is the correct answer, another 10 points. Shaman, to fetch your team, IIT Madras, 3 bonus questions linked by a name. Variously called Bhadrasoma, Gandhini and Devabhuti, the personification of which Hindu goddess is the eldest daughter of Himavat and Mena?
Ganga.
Correct, 5 points. Earlier called Kapila and Gangadwar, how do we now know the town located near the point where the Ganga comes out of the Himalayas?
Yes, Haridwar, I think. Haridwar.
That is correct, another 5 points. Next, what is the name of the place in Bengal on the Indian side where the Ganga or the Hooghly meets the sea?
Ganga Sagar.
Ganga Sagar.
That is correct, right all 3 times, well done. Here's the next starter for 10, open to both teams. Which country would you identify with the abbreviation CH and the currency code CHF? And it's Arvind from SVCE, Chennai. You went for the buzzer.
Switzerland.
That is the correct answer, 10 points. You got a set of bonus questions on nomenclature. Which member of the cat family bears the genus name Echinonyx, meaning immobile claw?
Cheetah.
That is correct, 5 points. Next, which egg-laying mammal is given the genus name Ornithorhynchus, meaning bird nose?
Platypus.
Duckbill platypus is correct, another 5 points. What species name derived from a river was given to the fossil of Rajasaurus genus discovered in India in 2003?
Narmadapithecus.
No, it's Narmadensis is the correct answer, so can't accept your answer. Anyway, you have 45 on the board. Here's the next starter, open to both teams. In the book of Revelation, John the Evangelist describes 4 horses. And somebody's gone for it. Shaman from IIT Madras.
Apocalypse. The 4 horses of the apocalypse.
That is correct, 10 points. Those 4 horses signify war, civil strife, hunger and death, and collectively are known as the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Bonus questions for you, IIT Madras, on Olympia. Which one of the 7 wonders of the world was located at Olympia, where the ancient Olympic Games used to be held?
The statue of Zeus.
That is correct, 5 points. Next, which throwing event at the 2004 Athens Olympic Games was held at the historic ruins of the stadium in Olympia?
The discus throw.
No, it's a shot put. Next, which American state's capital is Olympia, named after the scenic Olympic mountains that can be viewed from that site?
Washington. Washington.
That is the correct answer, 5 points to you. You're on to the next starter for 10 points. Which spice's name comes from the Sanskrit for horn-shaped body, with reference to the antler shape of its root at Siddhartha from IIT Madras?
This is cardamom.
It's not. The question passes. Anybody on the other side? Krishnamurti?
Ginger.
That is the correct answer, 10 points. From Shringaveram. Shringam for horn, Vera for body. And so you get a set of bonus questions, SVCE, on the 13th edition of the Encyclopedia Britannica of 1926. Who wrote the article on psychoanalysis for the reference work, the person being the best possible authority on the subject?
Sigmund Freud.
That is correct. 5 points. Which English mathematician and philosopher wrote the piece on philosophical consequences of relativity?
Bertrand Russell.
Correct again, 5 points. Which Irish dramatist who claimed to have read in his childhood the whole of the 9th edition, except for the scientific articles, wrote the item on socialism?
George Bernard Shaw.
That is correct, right all 3 times, well done. We've seen fairly brisk scoring so far, and we've reached the halfway point of this quarterfinal of University Challenge. Let's take a quick look at the score before taking the break. At this stage, SVCE Chennai are on 70, but in the lead with a 30-point advantage, it's IIT Madras with 100. 30 points is not a leading advantage necessarily on University Challenge. Anything could happen in the second half of this quarterfinal. Watch out for what happens in the second half, which will resume after a very short break. Till then, stay with us. Welcome back to this quarterfinal of University Challenge, which we are playing between IIT Madras and Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering, Chennai. At this stage, one team's on 100, another team's on 70. Let's see what happens as we move on with the second half of this quarterfinal. Here's the next starter open to both teams for 10. Which Bombay-born writer wrote 3 autobiographical works titled Gone Away, My Son's Father, and it's Prashant from SVCE Chennai?
Dom Morris.
That is the correct answer. Well done, 10 points. You get a set of bonus questions on conflicts over water. To fund what did Gamal Abdel Nasser nationalize the Suez Canal Company and also blockaded the Straits of Tiran in 1956, leading to a full-scale war between Egypt, Britain, France and Israel?
Aswan Dam.
The construction of the Aswan Dam is correct. 5 points. Next. Between which two countries did war break out on 22nd June 1980 over the navigation rights of the Shatt al-Arab waterway?
Iran and Oman.
No, it's Iran and Iraq. Next, what was constituted by the Government of India's Ministry of Water Resources vide order number 21/1/90-WD dated 2/6/1990 with headquarters at New Delhi?
Kaveri Water Commission.
That is correct. 5 points for that. Here's the next starter for 10 for both teams. Who portrayed Randall Patrick McMurphy, a convict who was committed to a mental institution at Siddhartha from IIT Madras?
Jack Nicholson.
That is correct, and one flew over the cuckoo's nest. Bonus question for you, IIT Madras, on divine alter egos. The epithet Mihira, meaning he who waters the earth, is applied to which god?
Indra.
No, it's Surya. Which god in the Hindu pantheon is known by the epithets Anila, meaning breath, and Pavan, meaning purifier?
Vayu.
That is correct. 5 points. Which god is referred to as Ananga, meaning without a body?
Agni without a body.
Do you have the answer?
Kamadeva.
That is correct. You get 5 points for that. This is the audio round, so first starter here has a clue on the soundtrack. Who's the composer of this Tilana being sung by Bombay Jayashree? Yes, Karthik.
Lalgudi Jayaraman.
That is the correct answer. Good going, 10 points. Who's for you on the music of Ilayaraja? Which popular playback singer has sung this well-known number?
Janaki.
No, that's not correct. It's Jikki, which is the pseudonym of B.G. Krishnaveni, and that's Vanna Vanna, of course, from the film Senthamir Part 2. Next, identify the 4-time National Award-winning singer from this clue.
Janaki.
That is correct. It's S. Janaki. 5 points to you. Identify the singer who's also acted in the film containing this track.
Madhavan.
No, it's Kamal Hassan. Here's the next starter for 10 for both teams. Thought to have originated on the South Pacific island of Pentecost and introduced to the world in the 1950s by a National Geographic film crew, which sport is sometimes described as, Siddhartha from IIT Madras?
Bungee jumping.
You've double guessed me correct. That's right, it's bungee jumping. Sometimes described as a decelerated fall with guaranteed retroactive effect. And so, IIT Madras, you get a set of bonus questions on numbers. Since 1969, the ISBN is a system used worldwide by publishers to identify a book by nationality, language, publisher, edition, etc. How many digits are there in the number assigned to a particular book?
10.
That is correct. You get 5 points for that. What number is the ratio of the speed of an object through a fluid, a gas or a liquid, to the speed of sound in the fluid?
Mach number.
That is correct. Another 5 points. What kind of numbers were first identified by Hero of Alexandria in the 1st century AD, but largely ignored as insignificant until the middle of the 19th century?
Complex or imaginary numbers?
Say that again, second part.
Imaginary numbers.
That's correct. Imaginary numbers is the right answer. You get another 5 points for that. So let's move on to the next starter for 10. Settled in 1673 by the French, captured by the English in 1757, but restored to France in 1815. Prashant from SVCE Chennai.
Pondicherry.
No, that's not the right answer. That's an interruption, so you lose 5 points. I'll complete the question for the other team. Settled in 1673 by the French, captured by the English in 1757, but restored to France in 1815. Which enclave in present-day West Bengal finally merged with India following the 1949 plebiscite? Chennai from IIT Madras?
Chandarnagar.
That is the correct answer. 10 points to you. IIT Madras, you get a set of bonus questions on volcanoes. What term is used in geology for the reservoir of molten rock that lies beneath a volcano?
Magma.
That is correct. The name of which volcano is used to describe a state of nearly constant eruption in which there are frequent explosions caused by gases breaking through overlying thick lava?
Active volcano.
No. We asked the name of which volcano gives its name to this. It's Stromboli, which is the correct answer. Next. Which active volcano in Antarctica was named by explorer James Clark Ross in 1841 after his ship?
Okay. McKinley.
No, it's Mount Erebus, which is the correct answer. Let's take a look at the scores at this stage. Going to the last lap, SVCE Chennai are somewhat stranded on 85, comfortably in the lead with a score of 175. It's IIT Madras. Going into the last stretch, here's the next starter for 10. Written by Derek Bose, Method in Madness is the biography of which Indian music and acting legend? It's Krishnamurthy from SVCE Chennai.
Zakir Hussain.
No, it's not. Question passes. Any from IIT Madras, Siddharth?
This is Kishore Kumar.
Kishore Kumar is the correct answer, 10 points. It's a book released in 2004, and so you get a set of bonus questions, IIT Madras, on the devil in cinema. Which English poet's name does the devil, played by Al Pacino, use in the film The Devil's Advocate?
John Milton.
That is correct. In which film based on a John Updike novel does Jack Nicholson play the devil disguised as a man named Daniel Home?
The Shining.
No, it's The Witches of Eastwick. Next. Which action hero takes on the devil, played by Gabriel Byrne in the 1999 film End of Days?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That is correct. Another 5 points for that. Here's the next starter for 10 for both teams. What's the one-man canoe originating with the Eskimos in Greenland? Siddharth from IIT Madras?
Kayak.
Kayak is the correct answer. Another 10 points for that. That originated with the Eskimos in Greenland. And Siddharth, you get IIT Madras a set of bonus questions on the Sultans of Delhi. We've got 3 minutes left on the hooter. Here's your question. In 1206 AD, who proclaimed himself as the ruler of Delhi, thus creating a new and powerful political entity, the Delhi Sultanate, which lasted for the next few centuries till the arrival of the Mughals?
Qutbuddin Aibak.
Correct, 5 points. Who ruled Delhi between 1211 AD and 1236 AD, was originally a slave purchased by the first Sultan of Delhi and went on to become governor of Badaun and later married the Sultan's daughter?
Ghiyasuddin Balban.
No, it's Iltutmish. After the death of Nasiruddin Muhammad in 1266 AD, which former slave originating from the Turkish tribe of Ilbari took over as the Sultan of Delhi, thus continuing the tradition of slaves becoming sultans?
Ghiyasuddin Balban.
That is the correct answer. Another 5 points for that. So let's move on to the next starter for 10. Which television channel's name means the peninsula in its native tongue, and its chairman from IIT Madras?
Al Jazeera.
That is the correct answer. Another 10 points to you. Bonus questions for IIT Madras on sportsman who died in an air crash. Which legendary Formula One driver from Britain died in November 1975 while flying his own plane?
This is...
Do you have the answer?
No, Jack Brabham.
No, it's Graham Hill. Which country lost the entire national football team in an air crash in 1993 on the way to Senegal for a World Cup qualifier?
Nigeria.
No, it's Zambia. Which boxing champion died in an air crash in Iowa in August 1969 on his way back home to celebrate his 46th birthday?
Rocky Marciano.
That is the correct answer. You pick up 5 of those bonus questions. Here's the next starter for 10, open to both teams. What is the scientific study of the manufacture and maturing of wine called, from the Greek for wine? And it's Siddharth from IIT Madras.
Vinology.
No, that's incorrect. The question passes. Anybody from SVCE? Nandan?
Oenology.
Enology is the correct answer. 10 points to you, SVCE. Bonus questions for you, SVCE, on the German military between the wars. Which German word for armor was used to describe one of their main war weaponry developed for the Second World War?
Panzer.
Correct, 5 points. Which leading tank commander took over as the chief of staff of the Panzer Trupp commander in 1935 and is generally believed to be the creator of the German armored divisions?
Rommel.
No, it's Heinz Guderian. Next, which much acclaimed book on tank warfare did Heinz Guderian write in 1937?
History of the...
Do you have the answer?
History of the tanks.
No, it's Achtung Panzer, which is the correct answer. You've reached 100, but here's the next starter for 10. Which conqueror's grandson was Hulagu, who sacked Baghdad in 1258 and is chairman for IIT Madras?
Genghis Khan.
That is the correct answer. 10 points to you. Bonus question for IIT Madras on Greek mythology. According to an ancient Greek myth of creation, what name was given to the dark, silent abyss from which all things came into existence?
Chaos.
Correct, 5 points. Which son of the Titans, Cronus and Rhea, was the god of the dead who ruled the underworld?
Hades or Hades.
Hades is the correct answer, another 5 points. Next, which Trojan prince is believed to have sparked the Trojan War after he was asked by the 3 goddesses? And it's time. We were talking about Paris, but we have a result. SVCE Chennai, you're at 100, but IIT Madras had too many big guns for you in this round. They got the better of you on most of the buzzers, and of course they picked up a lot of points in the bonuses. They've reached a fantastic score of 250, and they are the very worthy victors of this quarterfinal of University Challenge. It's IIT Madras. That was a terrific round of quizzing. Join us next week for another quarterfinal on University Challenge. Till then, it's goodbye from SVCE Chennai.
Bye. Bye.
It's goodbye from IIT Madras.
Bye.
And it's goodbye from me, Siddhartha Basu. Goodbye.